Sometimes I wake up with an idea and think, I just have to do this. So I grab my road bike. Then I remember, I haven't ridden this road bike in ages. But what the hell, sometimes you just need a morning ride. And this morning ride, it's going to be huge. I'm attempting a triple coast to coast from Bournemouth to Burnham-on-Sea, then across to Whitstable in Kent, and finally all the way back to Bournemouth. That's 464 miles, 745 kilometres. It all starts with a busy morning pedal out of Bournemouth. Trafficy. Well, I don't know what I'm going to expect from this ride. No, wait, I actually do. This is going to push me to the brink of insanity. Since I've been focusing so much on bike packing that my road riding has gone, we'll say, downhill. Because I used to be really consistent on a road bike. So today, triple coast to coast. Sometimes I think you've just got to have an idea, go for it, whether you succeed or fail. Just be brave enough to just put yourself out there and possibly on the brink of insanity. 464 miles non-stop. I've got no camping gear. It's just going to be a continuous battle of the emotions. My first coast to coast is the shortest, from Bournemouth to Burnham-on-Sea. Let's go get it! Oh, this is gonna hurt. Well, the sun was shining, so at least that was one less battle I had to fight today. It has been a long old time since I'd done a ride like this, so I tried not to think about it too much. Just take it as it comes. For now, it was all about settling in, because I knew the real mental and physical battles were just up the road. Just waiting for their moment. I am on the road bike, so I'm just hoping this very light gravel doesn't destroy the tyres, especially not this early on into the ride. But they should be good. I don't know what this ride has in store for me, but all I know is I'm looking forward to just getting it down past the 400 mile left to go. It's going to be a lot of that in my mind, just taking it in stages. Currently it's at 460 or 440, whatever it's at, and then getting it to 400 and 350, just to keep it feeling like I am making progress. I've just come through Blandford and I am heading uphill, but it's not that much uphill really, and then over to the flatlands of the Somerset levels. With the first 20 miles done, cutting across the Cranbourne Chase, I was starting to get back into the feel of riding a road bike once more. Well, kind of. With so much mountain bike miles in my legs, pushing the bigger gears was definitely a shock to the system and would take some getting used to. chewy. Oh my gosh, so chewy. Maybe my teeth won't make it to the end of this ride. Right, so I'm just coming up. I think they made the last little climb before descending into the Somerset levels. It's not that high. Currently at 400 feet. There's a little descent, then there's a bit more climbing. And I've got to get to around 600 feet, so a couple hundred more feet of climbing. It's nothing crazy. Then it's all nice and flat down to Burnham-on-Sea. To train for this ride, I haven't really trained. I've done 2 rides. I did one 30-mile ride like 2 days ago, and then yesterday I did like 50 miles. 80 miles of training to do a 464-mile ride. If I had to give it a percentage of if I even think I'm going to complete it, I would say it's like 95% failure, 5% success. But if there's even 1% of success, might as well give it a go, right? I'm looking forward though to descending and just getting that first coast to coast out of the way. Although once I get there, I will be turning around and heading to the longest section of the coast to coast with around 260 miles until the next coast to coast is completed over at Whitstable. Let's try and get down to Burnham-on-Sea first. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
There is something truly quite incredible, and something I have missed over the last couple of years with the road riding taking a back seat, and that is just how efficient the road bike really is. How almost effortlessly it is to cover the miles. And at least for now, that was what I was able to do. Keep knocking them miles off the overall target and get ever closer to them sweet, sweet flat miles in the Somerset levels.
Down to about 400 miles to go, so just 4 centuries left now. Definitely starting to feel it in the legs as well. So it's the thing, when you haven't ridden the road in so long, it's such a higher tempo than mountain biking. Harder gears as well. I mean, they're still gravel gears, but much harder than the spinny mountain bike gears. But I am now on the flatlands of the Somerset levels. Probably got like 20 miles of this until we get to Burnham-on-Sea. Happy days, before then turning back to head towards like Wells, which then we got a big climb. But for now, we're gonna have a Ginsters. It's kind of warm, but it's probably a little bit too hot for this jacket. But tonight is gonna sort of drop down to like 5-6 degrees, so I'm gonna need it for the night. So kind of had to bring it. But yeah, pretty tired now. But definitely looking forward to this bit of pasty.
Now that I was down on the Somerset levels at a whopping elevation of about 10 feet above sea level, all I had to do was pedal my way just 20 miles to reach my first coast to coast. There was a light headwind at this point, but that wouldn't be what was slowing me down today.
So far so good. I just went through the road closed sign, and it doesn't seem to be an actual closure. I think I can see the other side of it. It is absolutely glorious out here though. Absolutely glorious. Looking forward to seeing the sea again though. Definitely feeling it a bit. If I had to give a percentage on me completing this ride right now, it was 5% complete. I would say it's probably like 4. It's going the wrong way. Maybe at a certain point it will go the other way, but for now, I'm not feeling great. Giant Lego. Ooh. There you go, a bit of off-road and don't like the look at that. That's one coast to coast done, and so loud. That's one coast to coast done. About 75 miles, which means there's like 380 miles or something. It has been a bit of a slog the last 20 miles, although flat. It has been headwind. That means I'm going to have a tailwind now for a little while. I'm going to check the wind direction, see what the wind is doing. Hopefully it can push me all the way to the next coast, because next coast is like, well, it's Whitstable, which is like maybe 220 miles, 230 miles, over 200 miles I think, to at least get there. But yeah, it's 3% I'm going to make it. We'll see when we get to Salisbury. That's the breaking point, because mentally it's the closest point back to Bournemouth. But I'm going to try and fight and get through it. But for now, drink some energy drink. I've stocked up on some supplies. But hopefully this tailwind will take the sting, lift the pace up a bit, and on towards Wells and then down towards Salisbury. However, the 100-mile mark is basically at the highest point, which isn't crazy high. It's about 1,000 feet, just outside of Wells. 380 miles to go, or so. It's looking good. It's looking like we're going to have a tailwind. Just not very fast, but just nice. All the way across. All the way. I don't know where we are now. Winchester. Oh, that's good. Yeah, Winchester. Still a bit of tailwind. Underneath London somewhere. And then somewhere here. That Whitstable. There, Whitstable. And then actually, by the time we get to this side, we'll get to Whitstable, we'll have a headwind, which means we'll have a tailwind when we turn around, kind of. Or that could be the best possible. Alright, back to 5%. Until next time.
Mind over matter now. This was the longest and hardest coast to coast if I was ever going to make it to my second coastline. I'd need to grind through another 2 imperial centuries to reach Kent and then Whitstable. You really have to master the art of being in the moment, blocking out what's ahead. My thought process was simple. I'm just on my way to Wales, England's smallest city. Looking back, a Cornetto stop would have hit the spot though.
Cornetto.
But I just kept moving forward and climbing out of Wales towards my first 100 miles.
Wales is really a pretty place, eh? And it's time to go uphill. Just going to spin casually up here. I'm not going to push. Save as much energy as possible for the rolling hills. Oh, I tell you what, I am knackered. Currently at 95 miles though, so 1 century, imperial century that is, nearly completed. I think pretty much at the top of this climb is when it's completed, and then it is mostly downhill towards Salisbury. A couple of little rolling hills in between, but that shouldn't be too bad. And then on uphill to Winchester, but just focusing on this hill and to keep my mind off of climbing this hill. I'm just going to talk to you about my 3 favourite kids TV programs. The first one, and I'm hoping somebody can answer, was My Parents Are Aliens. Remember that show? Now, somebody in the comments, what was the finish of that show? Because I never saw it. And then, I think my favourite ever show, Bernard's Watch. What a lad. The power of time, and all he did was good. My next favourite kids TV show, who remembers this one? The Queen's Nose. Oh, what a pain that nose was. What a pain that Queen's nose was. Okay, that's enough of me rambling. Comment down below what your favourite kids programme was. Give us a toe.
Climbing out of Wales, I was heading up to the highest point of the ride. A real boost for the mentality on a ride like this. At least now I could pretend it was all downhill from here. And well, for the most part, it kind of was. At least towards Salisbury. I'd hoped to reach Salisbury before sunset though, but looking at the time, that was becoming wishful thinking.
Wow, look at that sky. It's incredible. I am going to have a little bonk in a minute because my legs are dead, so I'm going to sit here, have something to eat. I was kind of hoping to get to Salisbury before the sun had set, but I might still. I'm quite close now, but I'm just coming through Warminster, but the sun is starting to set now. But I'm going to sit down, stretch the legs out. Over 100 miles, 117.5, so like, I don't know, 335, 40 something to go. Trying not to think about it too much, just trying to break it down into sections, get to Salisbury, then to Winchester, and just, you know, just keep going. I don't know if you can see, but completely full of salt sweat. So once I get to Salisbury, I'm gonna just like consume loads of food, loads of water, just get rehydrated for the night shift. But first, have a little sit down, stretch the legs out, and have a bit of a drink. His legs are getting a bit shaky. Steak slice. On to Salisbury we go. About 20 miles to Salisbury. And it's just starting to get dark and a little bit cold. But it is mostly downhill, so that's good. Come on, we got this!
With the sun now setting, let me tell you, this is always a strange feeling for me, settling into the night shift, pedalling from sunset to sunrise, while everyone else heads home or climbs into bed. Now I had to decide my fate, push on into the night, or give up on the hope of finishing this ride.
Well, we made it to Salisbury. This is like it's a mental hard section because I could just go home. It's 20 miles to just go home. I've got 20 miles to go home or 330 miles to continue into the night as well. I'm gonna eat all this and make my decision. Got some almond croissants. We got some apple, mango, spinach and avocado smoothie thing, a couple of bananas and iced coffee sort of thing, and stocked up on some stuff as well. I'm not feeling great, but I think all this will pick me up again and I'll be on my way to Winchester, which I think is another 25-30 miles. Once I get past Winchester, I feel like the percentage of me completing this ride will start going up slightly as I get further and further away from any easy turnaround point. Let's have some food though. Good choice.
The night shift. The roads become ever increasingly quieter, the hum of traffic disappears, and all that is left is the dark lanes, and the noise of the bike, and the breath in the night air. And of course, all the demons, the thousands of reasons to give up, the aching legs, the creeping fatigue, the doubt that sneaks in when you are left alone with only your thoughts to keep you company. The night shift is the time to really find out how far you are willing to go.
Right, just got to Alton. I've done about 175 miles so far today. Oh, yeah, on this trip. It's currently just 12:15. I'm going quite slow, to be honest. I'm not looking at the average speed and all that because it would just make me sad. I'm gonna have a little break for like 10-15 minutes and then just keep going, just making the most of this crisp, fresh night air, because it is actually a little bit cold, but it does mean I just keep myself moving. I'm just hoping I can do these 70 odd miles before the sun rises, and I think if I can, I'll be pretty much at Whitstable, or like pretty close, like maybe just a few miles to go. I'm just pushing through right now. I feel grim, but you know, I'm gonna have some jelly beans, night snack. Tiring. That is a very fitting name. Well, just made it to Dorking. I think I'm going to have a quick stop because I've got a bit of a grind coming up for the next 20 miles. Find a nice bench. It is bitterly cold, just very much hoping the sun comes out at sunrise because it's cold. It's currently about 3 AM. I'm at about 220 miles, I think, and got about 3 hours until the sunrise. Oh God. Oh, good morning. Do you say good morning if you haven't been to sleep? I don't know. Oh, it's cold. Oh, it's not looking good, I tell you. It's not looking good. I've done about 240 miles. I haven't even done 250 miles yet. I've probably got another maybe 50 miles until I completed this coast to coast. The last 20 miles have just been brutal. Just very slow going. I'm obviously very cold. It's been very foggy, been a very long night, and just been telling myself to just keep going until the sun rises, which it is doing now, and wait until I can get some breakfast before either calling it or continuing. I really want to make it to the next coastline. Whether I make it all the way back to Bournemouth, I don't know, because I've still got about 200. I've got 217 miles left to go in total. And I'm just honestly dead. I'm just trying to get that 17 gone, at least then it will be a 1. Oh my God, my arms are tired, my legs aren't that tired, but I don't know, not feeling good at all. Stomach is, just feel quite sick, can barely keep my eyes open. I'm just going to keep going. Obviously the Synwave isn't charging my Garmin, so I'm just charging it with the power bank for a bit. Oh, it's so cold out here. Look at that sun. Warm me up. Oh, them chocolate croissants were still a little bit warm, so they're really good. I just had breakfast at East Peckham, and now I'm heading up to climb over the Kent Downs before heading to Faversham and then Whitstable. Got about 200 miles left to do. Whether I do these 200 miles, I don't know. I am feeling terrible, as I have been this whole trip. But the sun is shining and should hopefully start warming up, and I will make my mind up when I get to Whitstable. That's for sure. I am getting to Whitstable though. I've come too far not to get to Whitstable.
The long night had definitely taken its toll, both mentally and physically. So this last push to finally make it to my next coastline was a battle. One that the only saving grace was that the sun was now shining and warming me up as I climbed up and over the Kent Downs before descending to Whitstable.
I've made it to Whitstable. I'm riding so bloody slow, so I think I'm gonna take it as a win that I managed to get 2 coast to coasts. It was about 291 miles and the elapsed time is something like, it's over 24 hours because it's like, I got here about 10:30, so I think it's like 25 and a half hours. The problem is I'm just riding too slow, and if I carry on, which I think I could possibly push through, it's just gonna take forever, and I'm bloody knackered. So I'm gonna take it as a win that I managed to push through about 300 miles, and I got through. I pushed further than I actually anticipated, because after not riding road for so long, honestly, I wasn't even sure I was going to make it past Salisbury last night. Once I got to Salisbury, it was very tempting just to take the easy route and go home. So pushing on all the way to Whitstable to do around 300 miles, just under. I'll take it as a win. It was good to get on the road bike for once and get some miles, road miles, in the legs. But it does turn out that doing bike packing with mountain bike gearing really knackers your road riding, because my legs are shot, and as much as I push, there's just no power. So I'll finish off at Whitstable, and it's absolutely beautiful here today. So sunny. Perfect.
In the sun.